Welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about the Insurrection Act versus martial law. What are the two? What are the differences? Over the election, which just happened not too long ago, Biden was officially inaugurated as the president of the United States on the 20th. There was a lot of talk about whether or not President Trump was going to enact the Insurrection Act, which that unfortunately did not happen. So what is the Insurrection Act? In a nutshell, if a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of the resident, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them. That's what Donald Trump said regarding the Insurrection Act. So the Insurrection Act is when the military takes control over civil life. It's kind of like martial law. It's a little bit different. There's not as many guidelines as there is with martial law. With martial law, there are certain strict rules and guidelines that have to be followed. With the Insurrection Act, there is not that many. Insurrection Act, the president himself can just enact it. And then martial law, in the United States, martial law usually refers to a power that in emergency allows the military to take the place of civilian government and exercise jurisdiction over civilians in a particular area, but martial law has no established definition. So what that means is different people have used it to describe a wide variety of different actions. The law governing it is complicated and unsettled, and as a result, the concept has never been well understood. So martial law, it has different meanings, but it's again when the military takes full control over civilized life. With martial law, your First and Second Amendments are disbarred for a moment. As long as martial law is in place, your freedom of speech and your freedom to bear arms put on hold for as long as the martial law is enacted. That is not the case with the Insurrection Act. The main difference between martial law and then the Insurrection Act is with martial law, they suspend the First and Second Amendment. The right to bear arms is the Second Amendment. Freedom of speech and freedom of assembly is the First Amendment. So the Insurrection Act gives the president a specific reason to use martial law and to stop rebellion against the government. So basically, both of these are very similar to each other. In both cases where it is either the martial law or the Insurrection Act, the military takes control of civilized life. It's a lot more strict when it comes to martial law. It's a lot more fluid and freedom of reign when it comes to the Insurrection Act. Over the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of people talking, saying that President Trump was going to enact the Insurrection Act to stay in authority, especially with all the BLM riots this past summer. A lot of people wanted him to enact the Insurrection Act for us to take control and stop the riots and rebellion that was happening in the country. That obviously didn't happen. There was a lot of talk of him putting the Insurrection Act into place during the beginning of January, leading up to the inauguration. We obviously didn't see that happening. So it's a really interesting concept. There's a lot of gray area in both of them. A lot of them are very confusing. A quick thing about the presidency. So Biden is now the president of the United States. Congratulations to him, and Vice President Kamala Harris. Do I agree with them? No. Do I respect really any of their policies or decisions they've made so far? It's only been a week of Biden being president. And do I think he's already messed up majorly? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I respect him as the president? Yes. Yes. And do I respect Vice President Kamala Harris? Yes, I do. Just because they're not people that I wanted to be in presidency doesn't mean I'm going to respect those out the window. That's the difference between a Republican and a Democrat. I can still be respectful to the president and to the vice president, even though I don't like them and I don't support most decisions they've made. Still in a position of authority, and I have to respect that. We didn't see that with the Democratic Party. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to give it a like and a comment and a share. Follow me and subscribe to me on this channel, as well as follow me on TikTok with my 15,000 followers. It's That Conservative Jew, same name. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. All right, peace.